In this video, we're diving into CRUD operations with Mongoose, a powerful MongoDB object modeling tool for Node.js. Mongoose simplifies how you interact with MongoDB databases by providing a straightforward, schema-based solution to model your application data. We'll be exploring the fundamental operations: create, read, update, and delete, which are essential for any data-driven application. This guide uses MongoDB, Node.js, and Express. Let's start by setting up Mongoose in your Node.js project. First, you'll need to install the Mongoose package. You can do this using npm the Node Package Manager. Open your terminal and run the command npm install mongoose. This will add Mongoose to your project's dependencies. Once Mongoose is installed, you can connect to your MongoDB database. Here's how you do it in your code. First, require Mongoose, then use the mongoose.connect function, passing in your database's connection string. In this example, we are connecting to a local MongoDB instance named myapp, running on the default port 27017. Next, we'll define a schema for our data. A schema is a blueprint that defines the structure of the documents you'll store in your MongoDB collection. Here's an example of a user schema. We start by creating a new Mongoose schema. Inside, we define the fields for our user documents. The name field is of type string and is required. The email field is also a string, and we've specified that it should be unique. The h field is defined as a number. Finally, the created@ field is a date type, with the default value set to the current date and time. Once the schema is defined, we create a Mongoose model named user. This model is associated with the user schema, and we will use it to perform CRUD operations on the user collection. Now let's look at how to create documents in our database. We can create a single document or multiple documents at once. To create a single document, first create a new user object using the user model. Then set the properties for the new user, such as name, email, and age. Finally, call the save method on the new user object to save it to the database. To insert multiple documents, use the InsertMany method on the user model. Pass an array of user objects to this method, and Mongoose will insert all of them into the database in one go. Reading data is a fundamental operation. Mongoose provides several ways to query your database. To find all users, use the find method on the user model without any arguments. This will return all documents in the user collection. To find a user by their ID, use the findById method, passing the user's ID as an argument. You can also use the find method with a filter object to find documents that match certain criteria. For example, this code finds all users whose age is greater than or equal to 18. To find a single document that matches a criteria, use the find_one method, passing in a filter object. In this case, we are searching for a user with the email john@example.com. Updating existing documents is another essential CRUD operation. Mongoose provides several methods to update documents. To update a single document by its ID, use the findById nUpdate method. Pass in the user's ID, an object containing the fields to update, and optionally, the option new_true to return the modified document. To update multiple documents that match a certain criteria, use the updateMany method. Pass in a filter object to specify the documents to update, and an update object to define the changes. In this example, we are updating all users whose age is less than 18, setting their status to minor. Finally, let's look at how to delete documents from our database. Mongoose provides methods to delete single or multiple documents. To delete a single document by its ID, use the findById nDelete method, passing in the user's ID. To delete a single document that matches a certain criteria, use the delete_one method, passing in a filter object. This code deletes the user with the email john@example.com. To delete multiple documents that match a certain criteria, use the deleteMany method, passing in a filter object. In this example, we are deleting all users whose age is less than 18. Let's recap the CRUD operations we've covered. For create operations, you can use new model, followed by .save, to create a single document, or .insert many, to create multiple documents. For read operations, use .find, to retrieve all documents, .find by ID, to find a document by its ID, and .find1, to find a single document matching specific criteria. For update operations, use .find by ID and update, to update a document by its ID, .update1, to update a single document, and .update many, to update multiple documents. Finally, for delete operations, use .find by ID and delete, to delete a document by its ID, .delete1, to delete a single document, and .delete many, to delete multiple documents. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.